Yeah. Hello, friends. I'm praying that we're back with some voice now. Oh, sorry, I had to. Hey, there we go. You can hear me now. That's great. Yeah. So for some reason we had to reboot the microphone. I don't know what happened there, but it is. Hi. Can you hear me now? How about now? No, you can hear me. All right. Great. Sorry about that, everyone. Hope Karen can find her way back too. That would be great. Um, Sorry for everybody's. It is the joys of going live here. Every once in a while, things don't work like they're supposed to, which I think is a little bit of what we're going to talk about today. So, you know what? Sometimes it just works out. I hope you're doing well. Donna, good to see you today. Jamie, hope you're well. Vicky, hello, hello. Hope your travels are going well. Glad you're all here. Praying that those who got turned around with our technical glitches can find us here in a sec. So, and we'll give it a few more seconds for them to come along. I hope you are. It is breezy and chilly here today. Um, so, Jamie, you don't have to fish. You can simply ask. I hope his mission is going well, and I hope he is well and safe and good. We'll hold him in our prayers for sure. Um, I hope you have safe travels and have a great trip to DC. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Phyllis. I hope you're grand and wondrous. Great to hear from you. I'm glad you're doing all right. All right, friends. We'll get going. We'll pray that the folks that got lost along the way will find us at some point here. Uh, so good morning, everybody. It is the 8th day of November. On this Wednesday, it is 11:11, and I'm a little after because we had some technical glitches. But either way, I am glad that you are here and you're a part of this journey, or that you're finding it now, or catching up later, or you're hearing us for the first time. Welcome that on this day that you might know some blessing, that you might know some prayer, that you might have some goodness in your life. That this morning there's this. I want to talk a little. I want to kind of pull a little bit from Paul's letter to the church in Philippi, and so he's sending this letter to them, kind of inviting them into excellence. He talks about excellence a few different times, and we're going to talk about excellence a little bit this morning. There's this way in which I feel like we're in this age where excellence has brought us all kinds of different conflicting things. In some ways, we're in an age of excellence. That excellence has brought us this ability to kind of box everybody out. There was an age not so long ago, within a lifetime of people. If you know a person that's 100 years old, within that lifetime of people, that if, for instance, if you wanted music in your house, you made it. That's how you had music in the house. There wasn't recordings. There was barely radio. There was, okay, 1923. There was still those things were nascent and were coming along, but they weren't ubiquitous, and everybody didn't have them, and still the grand custom was everywhere, so that if essentially if you wanted music in your house, you didn't turn on the radio, or you didn't spark up Taylor Swift, his latest hit. You didn't turn to Spotify. You made music. And this whole movement of recorded music and people who are just incredibly good in the professionalization of all of this, and the way in which we have access to this incredible professionalization. How many Taylor Swifts are there in the world? Well, I don't know. I think there's one really, and whatever and whether you like Taylor Swift or not, the whole idea of kind of that she's excellent at her craft, that the ability to hit the notes she hits, the ability to create music that she creates, it's hard to say she's not excellent at some level, But our encounter with excellence actually, I think, has brought us in a way to, to leave our own participation at the door. Because I can't sing perfectly, I end up not singing at all. We find this in church. I mean, in church, it used to be very, you would raise a hymn and everybody would open the book and everybody would sing. Now it kind of, from my point of view, a lot of the times it looks like the, kind of the zombie apocalypse out there. Everybody kind of just looking around and waiting for the song to be over, and not everybody. There's some great singers out there. There's a lot of people who love singing in church and that sort of stuff. So I'm not picking. If you're singing, that's great. But you know what I'm saying, that there's certainly been this movement, like singing together in public is just it's not cool. Why? Because I'm not Taylor Swift. Because I'm not excellent. Right? Because I'm going to be off key. I mean, you ask somebody to sing and you say, I can't sing. I can't carry a tune in a bucket, whatever. And this is just one example of, I think, everything throughout this age that we're living in. And and there's this great invitation to kind of let it all go, to just not even bother. Why bother? I can't sing like Taylor Swift. Why should I bother? I can't, that I can't produce excellence. Why can't I? Why should I just bother? And the thing is what we forget is what the ancients knew. For the ancients, excellence wasn't it wasn't a thing. It wasn't a thing you had or you didn't have. It was actually, and in many ways, excellence was often personified. You would see statues of excellence and often as a woman, because there was a sense of that excellence was something one pursued. There's this kind of the traditional trope of kind of men pursuing women. There's a sense of like that this was a thing that we pursue. We pursue excellence. We're never going to catch her. We're never going to catch her. And in fact, if we do catch her, it is going to be a fleeting encounter for sure. That it'll be a moment of, pitch perfect. It'll be a moment of right on thing. And so, but we've got into this possessive age where we're just like, well, we have to possess excellence. We have to have excellence. We have to keep excellence in the corner. We have to be excellent in what we do. With that, and that it's wrong. It's straight up a misunderstanding. That the idea is. And it's time, I think, to reclaim excellence in a way. And I think in many ways it's the thing that will help save our world. Dostoevsky says, which I'm sure you're sick of me quoting at this point, beauty will save the world. Well, what's beauty? Beauty is the bringing forth of excellence, right? William Armstrong, in his book called Study is Hard Work, he says, excellence, like courtesy, manners, and thoughtfulness, has become somewhat old-fashioned from lack of use, since you will hear minimum requirement or permissible so often to describe what is acceptable. We might pause to examine this beautiful word excellence, lest it miss being a part of your vocabulary, or, more importantly, miss being a part of your philosophy of life. I want you to hear Paul's words now. That's all set up to get to Paul's words. This is from the first chapter of Philippi. It says, and it is my prayer that your love may abound more and more with knowledge and all discernment, so that you may approve what is excellent and be so pure and blameless for the day of Christ. That you may. approve this, this kind of wonky language, but this sense we approve what is excellent, that we find in our life these excellent things, these things of beauty, and that we may find them that acceptable. We may accept them into our life. Now, I'm not saying you should all go take singing lessons and try to sing like Taylor Swift. I'm saying that there is this way in which we can pursue excellence, even if it is simply in what we encounter, what we would submit to ourselves. You know, I mean, how often do we talk about like, this just the way. I mean, I appreciated this quote from Armstrong because of the way it frames this. We think about minimum requirement or what's permissible. Like how do I have to wear shoes to go to the, to the restaurant? No shoes, no shirt, no service, kind of thing. Like what's the base bottom line that I can get by with, and that we continue to kind of like, but rather, what if we engaged life with this desire to approve excellence? What if we engaged our life with, what it's not what how little can I wear or how slovenly can I be when I go to the restaurant? It's like, actually, how good can I look? It's not so long ago that this is how we move through the world. How excellent might I be? How excellent might I be in my patience with somebody who really annoys me? How excellent might I be in my trying to love my partner well? How excellent might I be in my ability to bring forth the gifts that God has given me in this world? That this pursuit of excellence, this pursuit of it all starts by our encounter with excellence. Our saying, "This is beautiful." There are workmen up in the sanctuary these days right now that are working on the Tiffany windows. We're getting the protective coatings on them and all that sort of stuff redone, and I'm super excited because it's going to be, and I'm going to show it off to you as soon as it's done because it's going to be incredibly beautiful. And I tell you that because there are parts of, when we went through with the workmen about those windows, one of the things they said, like they pointed at different parts of the window. They said, "Oh, you see that gold on the window? Yeah, nobody in the world can reproduce that anymore. That gold was so excellently produced by the Tiffany Studios. Nobody knows how to produce it anymore in the world." Like no one knows how to produce it anymore in the world. Think about that. That with all of our technology, here in our window. There's actually a thing that they cannot make because it is so, and it is so beautiful and so amazing. And I look forward to the day to show it off to you when we get up there. All of that is to say, friends, excellence is not about getting all the things right. Excellence is not about getting all the things together. Excellence is not even hitting all the right notes. It's not about living a perfect life. It's not about, but it is about this encountering of the world through the true, the good, and the beautiful. To stay with our friend Plato, to through the lens of, and what we would say from the Christian tradition, this through the lens of Jesus Christ, through the lens of the perfect, through the lens of the excellent, the most excellent of person, the most excellent of being, that to actually insist upon, to invite in, to submit ourselves to encounter, to go looking for the excellent in our days. Because it really is, I think, that the beautiful things that will help save us. It is the good things that will help our hearts find their center when they've been pulled and prodded and poked by cruel images and a hard world and craziness and uncertainty and fear. It is the beautiful that will always bring us back to a golden mean. And it is the pursuit of that excellence. We're never going to get it all right. We're never going to get it all wrong. Like the old Oklahoma State cowboy phrase says, never was there a bronc that couldn't be rode or a cowboy that couldn't be throwed. Some days we'll get throwed. Some days we'll break the bronc. It's not about that. It's not about getting it all right. It is about more these words of Paul's, which this is a few chapters on from the book of Philippi. Excellence is, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is holy, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is anything of excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. Friends, it's my hope you will submit yourself to some excellence today. Take out a beautiful piece of music that you love and listen to it. Submit yourself to excellence by going and seeing a piece of natural beauty that may be out there. Go out and be a part of something that in the part of your own striving, in your own working towards something excellent in your life. Move towards that which is true and good and beautiful and in some manner. And yeah, that's going to take some struggling. Yeah, that's going to take some striving. Yeah, that's going to take those moments where sometimes you're going to be a bronc that you break the bronc, and sometimes you're going to get throwed. But it's not about that. It is about this return of our lexicon of that we're going to have poor excellence all captured and wrapped up in a box, or not, and we're just people without excellence, but that we're going to live lives in the pursuit, in the approving of what is beautiful and good and excellent in this world, and submitting ourselves to it, and showing ourselves, exposing ourselves to it, letting ourselves be known in that wondrous and beautiful way through the honorable and the pure and the lovely and the good that we'll seek to fill our days with. All right, friends, that's my hope for you today. Peace and grace to you all. If we dropped somebody off that didn't find us, one of our regular folks here, I invite you to send along the or reach out to them and let them know all that's happening. Hey, Karen, you did find us. I'm glad you're back. So, all right, peace and grace to you, my friends, and we'll pick it up tomorrow with another 11:11.